Hi friends, I hope that you are enjoying my 24 Days of Christmas holiday card campaign and series. It's the first one that I've ever done, and in the years past, as I've become a growing card maker, I've really enjoyed watching the others and thought I want to jump on too. So here we are. I am going to show you how to do a very quick assembly with mostly purchased elements that I have for these cards today. So this is for the heart of my new crafter, and I think you're going to enjoy it. One of the things that's really neat about designed paper that has different prints on it, is that you can really make a lot of look and feel changes by just changing up a little bit of the paper stock you're using. Today what we're going to do is take this designer paper, I'm going to mount it on a card, and I'm going to use these pre-created. So you purchase these ones, for example, were from Michael's, the craft store Michael's. So I've got these, and then ones that you have maybe die cut out yourself earlier and save them for another project. We're going to use these. And then as well today, we're going to use these fabulous tiny little charms. I'll show you them a little closer when we are working with them indeed. And I'm going to show you too that you can use the same patterned paper. These are the pieces we're going to put together to create different looks with different cardstock colors. So if you are interested in being inspired, grab whatever your favorite beverage is and sit back with me as we take you through creating some really simple Christmas cards. All right, so you can see I've got a few things set out in my tray here. I wanted some silver string to go with our silver charms that I've chosen for today. I've got a couple different sentiments, some designer paper, and some colored cardstock, as well as card bases ready to go. My whole idea for this card is that it's going to come together quickly so that you can get back to baking cookies, wrapping presents, going for a walk, and de-stressing with the dog, one of my favorite things to do. So let's get crafting. So in this card, what I've done is I've taken the card base, I've mounted my colored cardstock here. In this particular card paper, you can see there is some dark greens, some light greens, and some reds. So I want to play off of the reds by having this really nice and simple red card base behind it. Now, before we attach these two, I'm going to show you something quite new to me. Let me hold this up so you can see it. This tiny little charm has a tiny little hole, and we are going to attach this to the card, and I think it's going to make it just extra meaningful. So what I want to do is take this silver cord. I want to measure it longer than my card because I'm going to tuck it behind so you don't see the strings. So we're going to go for, and I'm actually going to do two lengths just in case it's easiest to do the whole length around. We'll see. And a little extra for good luck, and because we're going to tie a knot in this to secure the charm in place. So here's our first piece. Now, we'll take that tiny little charm. We are going to lace it through the hole that is in the top of the charm. And so now you can see I've got it sliding along the string. Now, I don't want it sliding when it's on the card. So all I'm going to do is take both ends of the string and simply just tie this together like I'm tying up a shoelace. And then I've got a beautiful little secure. Now you can see it's no longer sliding up and down, which means when we put it on the card, it's going to stay in the spot that we design it to. All right. So from here, what we're going to do, I'll show you the sentiment that I'm using here. I've got this beautiful glitter. You see all the glitter in this Merry Christmas. And I'm going to play off those reds again. So you can see in the design component here, I'm just using elements and playing them up nicely. So this is my card. Inside, I've adhered the red cardstock, both a little strip inside because I feel like that's a little surprise and delight for the recipient. Then this card is going to have the design paper on top. I'm going to put the Merry Christmas right at the top there so that I can tie the beautiful little charm onto the card. So let's get that put together. First thing I'm going to do is kind of decide where I want this charm to sit. So really, I like it kind of right where it is right there. And I'm going to take some of my, these are called Zots. They are super sticky, and I'm going to put it behind my charm here. What that's going to do is allow me to have the charm stick to the paper and stay there in a really, I sent that flying, in a really productive way. Hello, there we go, friends. Okay, we're there. And as I pick up this charm, I'm actually realizing the center of the snowflake is hollow, which now means I don't want to use this because if I just stuck this to the back, the glue might pick up, random lint or hair or whatever that's going by because it will still remain open. So I'm going to save that dot for another project, see if I can get my tweezers back. And I'm going to pull out a slightly different adhesive, much smaller. And what you'll see with these adhesive dots is that even though they're tiny, they are mighty. And I'm going to go ahead and just take some off of my roll here. And I'm going to turn my little guy over and give him a little adhesive dot. Okay, I've still got, can you see this? The little plastic that comes. So my adhesive is not showing yet. I've got that still on there. I'm going to again make that position. I'm going to flip my card over. And on the back here, I'm just going to double check that I have enough string. Yes, I cut plenty of it to do this. And I'm going to give it a little tie, just like I'm doing a shoelace. And then I'm going to give it another tie to knot it on. But we're not done with securing this to the front of the card. Now, it's only paper that I'm tying it around, so don't go pulling it crazy. Let your stress go somewhere else, not on this particular little card part of the project. Okay, so, all right. It's always amazing to me when you're recording something, how much harder it is to tie a simple little tie. Okay, so all I've done there is made a little knot. These are a tiny bit long, so I'm just going to trim that off. Trim this one off too. And you can see it's pretty loose on the card, right? I've got some space there. That's okay though, because I'm going to put down a little of my double-sided tape to give it some security. Now, to do this, it's just a little bit finicky. All we want to do is make sure we're on the same sort of height left and right. So here we are on the front, holding my charm kind of in the plus spot that I want, turning it over, and now I'm going to move my string aside, give myself a little bit of, there we go, a little bit of adhesive so that I can put my string into the adhesive back here. Now it's okay that we've got some adhesive sticking out past the string here because I'm flipping this over onto the card. It will actually just secure it to the card a little bit more. Now I'm going to pull it a little bit more taut, and I'm going to hold it with my finger at the level that I want. Same thing on this side, a little bit of the double-sided tape to give me that connection feel. And then I'm going to do the same thing right here and just hold that string down. So here we go. Let's turn that over. So now we have our little charm in the same spot that we want it in. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to attach this to our card base. A little more of this beautiful adhesive tape. When I'm working with paper versus cardstock, I like to use a double-sided tape because I feel it doesn't then have any potential to show through because the glue might actually show, I could get a little too much glue there and some lumps and bumps can happen. And I don't want any lumps and bumps on my Christmas cards, friends. Okay, so now I've got that adhered. Remember, on the charm, I also have that little piece of adhesive on the back. I'm just going to flip it over. It moves freely on the string that it's tied to. I'm going to take off the adhesive protection and put my charm down and just give it a little tap. So now you can see we've got the charm held in place with just that extra little bit of adhesive. And for the piece of de la resistance, we want to be able to put this Merry Christmas right on the top there and have that look absolutely beautiful. And to do that, I'm just going to pull out my glue press and give myself the opportunity to glue this guy down. Okay, So once we are all glued down, we have ourselves a very simple and elegant Christmas card with some design paper, some play on the red, a nice little charm tied on. And because we tied that charm behind the designed paper, we can't see the strings anywhere on the inside, but we've got a little dash of that red for a surprise and delight. Okay, that's the card. I'm going to go ahead and put together the green one to show you just a little bit of color change makes everything happen in a nice way. So friends, what I hope you're seeing is that a little bit of paper and a little creativity can go a long, long way. The difference that I did with this particular card is that I put the first two pieces together and then used some foam tape to make it have some loft and dimension. And I think it comes out really pretty. This one had a star on it, and you can see it just adds a little bit of bling and a little bit of zing, in my opinion. Thanks for coming today. I hope we see you back tomorrow.